like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way, a long way, a long way, a long way from home. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way, a long way, a long way, a long way from home. Tonight is dedicated to a very special young man. His name is Floyd, from Chicago, 5 years old, who was diagnosed with a very rare form of cancer. I'm going to be honest, I can't pronounce the name of this cancer. But if you can just take a moment to reflect inside of yourself and just imagine if you receive some news like that, if you have children and you receive news that they were diagnosed with something that could end their life. So I was on Facebook and I was surveying Simpar clothing, and I was inspired and I hooked up with him and said, listen, I'm doing a show, if you want to link up, I would love to be a part of anything that you are trying to do to put this together. And so he agreed, and he is cutting off his locks. And any of you that know about natural hair know about locks, I'm sure he's very connected to those locks, and he's been growing them for 7 years. So I'm not going to tell his whole story. He's going to come up here and actually share it with you and share what his vision is for that. Then we're going to continue on with the next. So without further ado, Mr. Allen.
This is like something real deep to me for the fact that, like she said, it's been 7 years and I've had the hair, but, you know, I stayed in Chicago for 9 years, and my little nephew goes to a school down there called First Step. And after I moved back up here, I moved back last year, my sister gave me a call and she asked me to do photography as well. She asked me to come down and do some donations, basically some charity photography for an event for this little boy named Floyd. And basically, I believe it's, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I believe this, you know, I'm not even going to try it, but, you know, basically 5 years old, dealing with that is basically like, okay, in Chicago it's a lot different than up here. They got to pay for school, you know, even if it's a regular school, so that, you know, his family's dealing with paying for his schooling, and they have to make sure his treatments and everything are taken care of. And, you know, I was basically inspired when I went down there and shot the photography at the event farm. And, you know, I'm doing an apprenticeship, and they're making me cut my hair, you know, actually before I wanted to, but I was thinking, like, no matter what, when I cut it, I wanted to make it something, you know, I wanted to make it mean something. So, you know, I talked to her on Facebook, and like she said, we linked up, but, you know, when I talked to her, she just said she was going to do a donation. I didn't know if she was going to put anything together, but, you know, I really, you know, I thank her for this, and I thank everybody for coming out. And I want to ask Yolanda to come up here and help me out. I'm not cutting them all off right now, but, you know, this is just to show you guys that, you know, anything we can donate, because I'm not sure when I'm going to get to go back to Chicago, but I am donating, you know, 7 years of my life to a medium. I don't know what you can donate. I was asking $10, but, you know, basically it's whatever you can do. And when it's all said and done, I'll put the documentary together. and I'm going to take it down to the family, and, you know, to the boy, to the school that he goes to, basically to show them the love and support that they can get just from people they really don't even know. Because I mean, the only reason I came across him was the fact that, you know, my little nephew goes to a school, but, you know, I'm going to take a couple of them off tonight, and I'll probably try to hit a couple shots up, you know, throughout the weekend and get the rest of them taken care of. But here goes nothing.